Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Tech Cruiser channel. My name is Howard. So I wanted to just clarify is the wrong word. I don't know, just kind of give you some information. So we're trying all kinds of different things, new things, experimental things, whatever. With the Prusa, I have the i3 mk3s. So we got the mosquito hot end in there. I do think that I'm going to get a new E3D thermistor and just do a fresh flash of the firmware, just to kind of get everything back to where it should be. Because I do like the Slice Engineering hot end. It's kind of genius the way they did it. So far it's working very well as far as the hot end goes. The other issues that I've been having, I'm pretty certain that they're related to the changes to the firmware that I made. You know, whether it's unforeseen, you know, interactions between pieces of code, who knows. But I do want to get that going. There's a lot of discussions about bed adhesion. Now, if you've seen any of the previous videos, I have been trying to get the textured PEI build sheet to work as my primary build surface. Having some troubles doing that, having a little bit of issues doing that, but I kind of figured something out today. So I repositioned the Pinta probe, did a new first layer cal, did a Z height cal, got everything where I needed to be. But I was still not completely happy with the way that the first layer was coming out. The ends on the support structures were coming up and curling as they were deposited, and the extruder moved into a different direction. So it got me to a point where I was really, really frustrated, and I wound up powering the printer off completely and kind of taking a break, walking away from it from a little bit. So I came back, and now previously I'd used the glue stick that came with the printer to try and get some better bed adhesion. So I had that layer of glue stick on there, which worked great initially. But I took the build sheet and washed it off in the sink. I dried it off. I then completely cleaned off the surface of the build plate with some isopropyl, 90% or better. It's gonna do exactly what you need it to do, and wiped it down completely with isopropyl alcohol, probably like 5 or 6 times. Got it really, really, really clean. And then went and redid the Pinta probe and the Z height in the first layer cal, and found that doing that worked fabulously. So I think for the foreseeable future, I'm going to stick to the regular PEI build sheet. And kind of go from there. So Halloween's coming up, so I've been thinking about some prop ideas for a costume and some costume edition stuff. So I started on an accessory part. It's the head to a cane. I'll try and put the links down below to the Thingiverse pages where I found these, and you can kind of print them out. But it worked really, really well. I think that I want to bump up the temperature just a little bit, another 10 degrees for the PLA. You know, keep it right around 220 or so, you know, 220, 225. Should help the layers lay down nicer. I am still looking for a part cooling shroud for the i3. If you know of one, or if you have one that works really well, let me know. Drop a link. You know, I'd love to check that out, because I'm looking for, again, better cooling than what I'm getting out of the parts cooling fan. But anyway, back to the build sheet. So I started this cane accessory, and it worked fantastic. The part adhered beautifully to the freshly cleaned PEI sheet. No additives, no hairspray, no you know, no panner's tape. There's no masking tape. There's no glue stick. Nothing on it. It just adhered really, really well. So I think that when Prusa, it's going to sound really shitty and really snarky, but he knows what he's talking about. I kind of took it for granted that you know, I could tweak things, make it better. Don't do that. Stick to what Bruce is telling you. On the regular non-textured PEI build sheet, the Flex Steel one, you don't need any adhesion assistance. Wipe it clean it off really good with some isopropyl alcohol, and you should be good, as long as your layer heights are correct. As long as your Z heights are correct, you should be alright. But like I said, I wanted to just jump on here and give you some information about that. I know a lot of people use you know, like I said, hairspray or 3D goop, right? You know, all these different materials to get the parts to stick better. You really don't need it. You really don't need it. The PEI sheet does a beautiful job of getting those parts to adhere. Like I said, as long as your layer heights, as long as your Z is correct, make sure you're doing that that first layer calibration until you're good, until it's where you're happy with it, and the part is, and the line is sticking. Once you get your first layer count dialed in, that PEI sheet, every couple of prints or so, whatever, just quick wipe it down with some isopropyl alcohol. You'll be golden, I promise you. So that's printing right now. I'll show that to you once we get it off and cleaned up and whatnot. Maybe we'll do a live stream about that. Maybe later tonight. Who knows? We'll do a video definitely about it. But that's all we got, guys, for right now. Keep printing and be good to one another. And we'll catch you in the next one.